According to this man, he said a lot of people do not know that Ghanaians are extremely Jamaicans and Jamaicans are extremely Ghanaians. Let's watch the video to see what he has to say about Jamaica and Ghana. Please don't forget to like this video, share this video and subscribe to the channel.
Did you know that the Jamaican people also have a language like this that sounds exactly like the Akan language? Now this is what they call the Kromanti. It is a form of Jamaican Creole that is heavily influenced by the Akan language. Now the name of this particular language, Kromanti, is actually a corruption of the word Komante, which is a name of a town in the central region. The name of this town came from the fancy phrase Komante. In English, it basically means one who is gone because he failed to listen. Now the name of this town was given to this fort that was built by the British in the 1640s.
You get it?
It later became Fort Amsterdam when it was taken over by the Dutch. Now this town later got divided and then birthed another one called Abande. That is where you can find this particular fort now. The people who were taken from this place to Jamaica became known as the Maroons, which is a name they gave to enslaved Africans who escaped from the plantations. Now the leader of these Maroons were these three people. The nanny of the Maroons, Kujo, and then a Champon. It was a Champon who established this village called Akompong. They couldn't pronounce his name and then they ended up with the name Akompong.
You don't know.
Now these people, they eat, they drink, they dance and dress like the Akan people.
You get it?
The Kromanti is not just any language in Jamaica. They use it for rituals.
When you hear patois, how much tree is in patois?
Yes.
Like how much do you hear African dialect in the patois?
I would say on the tonation and the accent and style, it's 100%.
A lot of people don't know that Jamaicans are extremely Ghanaian, not just because they take so long when you order food from there. They be like, chicken ready when it's ready, man. Not just for that reason, but genetically. In this process of self-discovery, I went from Ghana to Jamaica to Kingston up in the mountains to a Maroon village called Akrompong. The Maroons are the people that escaped from slavery almost as soon as they hit the island because they looking around, they're like, I know what to do with this. I'm out of here. Like, Maroons fought the British for 60, 70, 80 years until they reached a point where the British had to grant them sovereignty. Up in this Maroon village, Akrompong. Akrompong is the name of a place in Ghana. The most famous Maroons, Kojo. Like my name is Kwesi and Kweku. They're like the basic Ghanaian names. They speak Twi words and some of their patois. One of the wildest parts about it to me too is the fact that these people have had sovereignty and freedom since the 1600s. In that time, they have had 2 murders because they're so deeply in tune with their natural state as African people. It's a piece of technology that they've placed on us through oppression to believe that we're an inherently violent, murderous people. It's just propaganda. Reality is that we live in a violent society. And so these people that extracted themselves from a violent society and lived within their ancestral spiritual practices and had 2 murders, a period of 500 years. Not only that, everybody owns the land. There's no ownership of land because land is something that God provided for everybody. You can grow your food and feed your family. I don't know. Is that socialism? I guess African societies were kind of like rooted in a sort of socialism.
Why are you wearing the Ghana kente in Jamaica?
Well, there's Ghana in Jamaica too.
Though Ghana in West Africa and Jamaica in the Caribbean are almost 6,000 miles apart, you wouldn't believe how similar their culture and food is. Ackee, which is part of Jamaica's national dish, ackee and saltfish, originates in Ghana. Also in Ghana you have wachi, which is centered around rice and beans and is similar to rice and peas, another Jamaican national favorite. Also both countries love plantain or plantain. The street food is so similar. In Ghana you'll find fish pies that are like a less flaky version of Jamaican patties. You have bofra, a fried dough ball which is like fried dumplings, and in Ghana they have soft sweet tea bread, which is just like what Jamaicans call hardo bread. When you get hungry for a meal in Ghana, you'll find someone on every corner selling fish or okra stew with fufu, which when you think about it, is just like how Jamaicans have vendors selling fish or red pea soup with boiled dumplings. Seafood is loved in both countries too, especially grilled fish. In Jamaica you have snapper, which often comes with bami, a fermented cassava bread, and in Ghana you'll find tilapia, which often comes with banku, a fermented corn. When you're thirsty you might get a fresh coconut to drink and then have it chopped to eat the jelly, which they do in both countries. And when it's time to go home, you might jump in a trocho, how they call it in Ghana, or a route bus in Jamaica. These places are so similar that I don't think people realise.
Hi, it's Quainey here. While I was driving through Ghana, it was me, my wife, my friend and his wife, yeah? They're all of Jamaican descent, I'm of Guyanese descent. And I kept noticing the Jamaican flag on the back of cars, on shops, especially when you get to the Ashanti region of Ghana. The Ashanti are the biggest and most powerful tribe in Ghana. And when you get to their region, you see the Jamaican flag everywhere. So my wife and my friend and his missus kept laughing at me because I'm always taking the pee like Jamaicans, right? And I kept saying, where's the Guyanese flag? So we are thinking that Ghana is just like the country of Jamaica. What we found out is that the Jamaican colours are actually the colours of the Ashanti flag. And the Ashanti people consider the majority of the slaves that were taken to Jamaica to be Ashanti people. And they mention the name Nanny, the Jamaican enslaved woman who rebelled against the British, and they claim her heritage. Nanny is a Ghanaian name for a woman, and she is one of their Ghanaian warriors. They say that many of the enslaved who were taken to Jamaica were Garamanti warriors from the Ashanti army, and the British wanted them to fight on their side, but they refused to fight with the British and instead fought for their freedom. So my friend and I, all of us had no idea of this link between Ghana and Jamaica. It's a link that the Ghanaians are very proud of their hero Nanny and what she did in Jamaica against the British and how she managed to get her freedom for herself and the Maroons. The man who drove us around was an Ashanti, and all he ever played was reggae music. They love reggae music in Ghana. When you listen to Bob Marley in Ghana, it is more powerful than listening to it here. All the songs, Africa Unites, War, Exodus, everything suddenly makes sense when you see what's around you. And on a Sunday, the radio stations play reggae music, some of them. They love their reggae because they consider it their music. Because, as I said, they consider Jamaicans to be them. And when you go to the capital city, Kumasi, it is so noisy and colourful and chaotic, and it is so vibrant. Jamaicans, the Ghanaians love you because they consider them you.
Where are you from?
Ghana. Jamaica.
Tell me something that's similar with Ghanaian culture and Jamaican culture.
We love to dance. We both know how to cook good food.
Tell me something that's different.
Our food is better.
Do you agree?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I agree.
I know.
That Ghanaian jollof is not too bad. Nigerian is better, but...
Criminal, offensive side eye.
It's personal preference about what you like in it. Okay, cool. Differences would be upbringing. Mostly I feel like Ghanaian culture, you've got a stricter like household, whatever. In Caribbean households it's quite, well, it depends in it, but I feel it's a little bit lighter.
How to spot a fake Ghanaian? 1. If he or she doesn't answer your question with a question, then he's fake. 2. If that person is always on time or early, there's a probability he or she is an half caste. 3. If he or she doesn't like doing things at the last minute or last show, be suspicious. Last but not least, a Ghanaian always add please to whatever they say, so please take. How to tell people you're a Ghanaian without actually saying it? Number 1, when you want to collect something with your left, you put your right hand under it and still say sorry for the left. Number 2, even though the traffic lights have signaled the cars to stop, you still run and cross because you know what Okada riders can do. Number 3, after plugging the iron, you still touch the sole plate to check if it's hot before using it. Number 4, you cut the toothpaste into 2 to make sure it's finished before you throw it away. Number 5, if your remote control is not working, you slap it in your palm before checking the battery. Number 6, if you are buying trousers by the roadside, you wrap the waist around your neck to check if it will fit you. Number 7, if there is power cut, instead of you to check your meter, you run outside and check if your neighbor has light. Number 8, you still call someone my friend even though you are angry and you're about to insult them.
Ready to wind up the party coming over. One that the queen of Jamaica pushing the dance.
We have to mash up the work and we know what one. Jamaica rock the program. Stone boy come to the Afro dancer.
There is something so unique about Jamaica and Ghana. The food, the people, they are welcoming. The food is quite similar to each other. These people, in fact, the language, they value their language, and also their kind of songs. Charlie, their kind of songs are quite different from other countries, and that is the reason why Jamaica and Ghana is just like siblings. You know, take away Jamaica from Ghana and take Ghana from Jamaica. In fact, when you put these two country people together, the combination is giving luxury. The combination is giving I love you. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Jamaicans that have been to Ghana, how was your stay in Ghana? And Ghanaians that have been to Jamaica, what was the feeling like when you traveled down to Jamaica? Please don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe to the channel. See you guys in the next one. Bye.